Greetings and welcome to the MTI FX Advisor Charting Tutorial Archive. The intent of this archive is to maximize your potential as a trader by knowing how to best utilize the charting software that you use on a daily basis. In this series of videos, we will cover a range of topics pertaining to your MTI 4.0 software and its functionality. In this specific video, we will cover the advanced functions of the MTI 4.0 and how to customize and use them to your best advantage. Before we begin, let me give you a brief of the topics covered in the last video. In video 2, we covered a brief of how to use and utilize the chart options menu, placing fonts onto a chart, the global settings menu, which includes general options, internet options, sound alarms, and email alarms. Now, let's get started with today's lesson. The first thing that I'd like to show you is working with different types of candles. In order to change the candle type on any specific chart, you must first maximize the chart, open the Chart Options menu by clicking the MTI symbol at the upper left-hand corner, and under Bar Type is where you'll select the different candle types. In this example, we can change the candle types from candlesticks to line chart, OHLC, HLC, volumetric candles, and right back to candlesticks. Also, you can set these as a default by clicking Defaults on the bottom right. When the default options opens, it automatically brings you to the global settings menu, and here you can change the default on the left-hand side to either line, OHLC, HLC, candlestick, or volumetric. We at MTI are candlestick traders, so we're going to leave that default at candlestick and move back onto the chart we were working with. The next thing that I'd like to show you is creating templates on any given chart and setting templates to defaults. In order to create a template, you must first add the desired systems or indicators that you would like to include within your template. For this example, we're going to add the Trend Scalper system. You right-click on the Trend Scalper and select Use. Once you've uploaded the Trend Scalper onto your chart, you would then right-click on your screen and select Templates. Once you highlight Templates, you have a few different options. You can set it as the default, which in this case we are going to do. You can also save it as a new template, which would make you select each template every time you would like to use it. You can open and replace, which I don't have any templates saved, so we won't have that option. You can also delete or remove them from the chart and save them as well. In this case, we're going to set this one as the default. This is now the default template, as you can see, and we'll go ahead and open up a new chart to test that default. The CHF JPY, 60-minute time frame, daily and weekly, and as we open that up, the Trend Scalper should automatically load onto the chart. Now we're looking at the Swiss franc JPY, which is the chart that I just opened, and the Trend Scalper is automatically uploaded to it. Also, if you'd like to check to ensure that your template is uploaded and is set as the default successfully, you can click the T symbol at the top of your charting software under your tools, which is the templates list, and now you can see that we've created a default template known as the Trend Scalper. You also have the option of creating the template not as the default but as a new template. When you save it as a new template, you'll have to name it. We'll name this one Scalper Test and click OK. Now you can see the template name is Scalper Test. So once you click Templates again, you'll also see Scalper Test in the template box. And in this case, what you would do is when you open a new chart, if you do not have a default set, you would go into Templates and add that template to your chart. You also have the option of using several different indicators or indicators combined with systems along with the template. Anytime you save a template, it's going to save any systems, indicators, or indicators that you have active on that specific chart. The next thing that I'd like to show you is how to save a new page. In order to do so, what you do is click Page on the upper left-hand corner. When the Pages box opens, you're going to click Page and then Save Page As. We're going to name this one the MTI Opening Page. Then we'll see the MTI Opening Page is here upon clicking OK. Next, we can close all these charts. Then click Page, go to the MTI Opening Page that we highlighted and saved, and then click Open Page. This should upload all the charts that we had previously opened. Also, you have the option to close all charts and open the page, or include any minimized charts that you might have on the screen. The next feature that I would like to show you includes linking support and resistances to other charts. What we'll do in this case is remove the Euro, Swiss franc, and GBP, and we'll open a JPY 240 chart. We must first select the currency pair, then the desired time frame in the own period, and next and highest select we'll decipher the vertical daily grid lines. Now we'll window and tire them vertically so we can look at them side by side. And on the 4-hour chart, we see a decent support at we'll say 105. 105 is here on the 60-minute chart. So if we add a line at 105 right at that support, right-click on that line and click Link, it should then automatically add it to the chart that you have up. Any time you use this, you need to make sure that it's with the same currency pair. If you select to link a specific support or resistance from a larger time frame to a smaller, or vice versa, it will not do so unless it is the same currency pair. Once again, what you do is you use the horizontal line tool to decipher different points of support or resistance. When you find that point of support or resistance, you right-click, select Link, and it should automatically add that to the next chart. I added this support at 103.50, and as you can see, we have it up here at 103.50 as well. Also, when you start to work with these different links, you can set them without having to do it repeatedly, and this is exactly what I mean. Now that we have linked these two supports to this chart, if I add another line, it will automatically link that to the chart that you're working with. The next thing that I'd like to cover is a brief explanation of how to use and utilize your toolbars. Around your toolbars, or around your software, you have 5 different sets of toolbars: Files, Drawings 1, Drawings 2, Fibonacci Tools, and Tools. To remove any of these sets of tools, you're going to right-click in the gray space next to MTI Forex Analysis and uncheck the boxes with your tool names. Now that I've unchecked each of these boxes, you can see that we have no tools surrounding our software. To add or remove any of these tools, once again, you right-click in the gray space next to where it says MTI Forex Analysis, right-click, select Files, then Drawings, then Drawings 2, Fibonacci Tools, and Tools. This will bring back your menu or your tools so that you continue to work with these in a regular manner. Next thing I'd like to show you is using the magnet tool and using different cursor types. First of all, when using the magnet tool, it helps when you best use it when drawing trend lines or using the Fibonacci tool. In this case, to use the magnet tool, what you'll do is you'll left-click on the magnet tool on the left-hand side of your software. Once you left-click, you should see it activated once it turns red. If it's deactivated, it will remain black. So now we've activated the magnet tool. We're going to use a trend line, and as you can see, as I pass my mouse over each candle while using the trend line tool, it becomes highlighted, and once you click, it will automatically stick to the closest candle and link it that way. Once again, once you move your mouse along the candles, it will automatically highlight it and stick it to the nearest candle to that specific on that specific chart. It also works with the Fibonacci tool, which at any rate, if you use the magnet tool and you pull a Fibonacci from a down A to a down B, if your mouse is not below the candle, it will automatically link to the top of the candle. So to ensure that you're doing it properly, make sure when you're drawing it from the top to the bottom, first of all, you have to click above the candle for it to stick to the top, and then make sure you click below the candle for it to stick to the bottom. Next thing I'd like to show you is using different cursor types. You can use the crosshairs, which indicates a specific point on any chart. If you don't want to use the crosshairs any further, you can go back to the cursor tool, which will bring you back to your normal cursor. Okay, now that we've covered the basic features of this software, we'll go into the more advanced features, such as creating new symbols in a chart. First of all, before we create a new symbol, we have to get rid of any symbol that we're using currently. To do so, you're going to open the symbols list, and you'll see the symbols control box open. In the symbols control box is where you'll find all the symbols that you have active on the right-hand side. In order to add or remove a symbol, first you must remove it. In this case, we will remove the AUD, right-click, and select Remove or Delete. It's going to ask you if you want to delete the symbol. You click OK, and now you'll see the AUD symbol is no longer included in the symbols list. In some cases, it may take a few seconds to populate that new information. Now you can see the AUD is no longer in my symbols list. In order to bring it back into my symbols list, you must click Symbols and then New Symbol. It will open the Create New Symbol box. Here on the left-hand side, you must first highlight Forex and click Yes for using the default exchange times. Then, on the right-hand side, when working with symbols, you must change the decimal and tick size for any specific symbol. When you're working with currencies ending in JPY, the decimal and tick size will remain as defaulted here on the screen, which is a decimal of 2 and a tick size of 0.01. Any other currency will be used as a decimal of 4 with a tick size of 0.0001. In this case, we're using the AUD, so we'll change the decimal to 4 and the tick size to 0.0001. The description and symbol are going to read exactly as we saw it on the chart previously, which was AUD for the description and AUD for the symbol. Time zones should remain the same, and everything else should remain defaulted. Once you have finished, you're going to click OK, and we should now see our symbol added back to our chart. Let's test to ensure that our symbol is now working properly. File, New Chart, AUD will open a 30-minute chart, and then click Daily and Weekly for the vertical grid lines. Now you can see the AUD has successfully uploaded, and our symbol has worked properly. Again, when creating new symbols, you must ensure that any currency ending in JPY has a decimal size of 2 and a tick size of 0.01. All other remaining currencies must have a decimal size of 4 with a tick size of 0.0001. Next, I'd like to cover how to create and change your time frames on any specific chart. Or not any specific chart, but setting the default values for time zones. First of all, you must click File, Exchanges, and then Edit Exchanges. Within the Edit Exchanges box, you must again highlight the word Forex. In Forex, you'll see my time zone is set to -4. -4 is currently the time zone standard for Eastern Standard Time, only because we are in Daylight Savings Time. When we are outside of Daylight Savings Time, Eastern Standard Time should be set to -5. You can find your default time zone numerical values at either worldtimezone.com, or you can also check your computer time on the bottom right-hand corner of your computer. When you open the Date and Time Properties menu, which you can open by double-clicking on Computer Time, you click Time Zone, and here you'll find we are GMT Eastern Time, which is automatically defaulted to -5, but because we are in Daylight Savings Time, it is set to -4. Here also, if you're in other parts of the world, you can find the numerical value +1 or plus or minus GMT, whatever it may be, so that you can have your chart set properly and have them read your specific time zone. The next thing that I'd like to show you is how to refresh chart data and delete candles. On this specific chart, if you'd like to refresh at any point in time, you can simply press the F3 key on your keyboard to bring in the most current data. As you can see, it's now running through any information that may be missing, which in this case I don't believe it will, and should stop after about 5 seconds. Also, if you don't have an F3 button on your keyboard, which I'm positive most people do, but we also have another option that you can right-click on your chart, go to Data Server, and then you're going to update the 1-minute bars for that specific chart. Also, if you're looking at a 60-minute chart, you can also update the 60-minute bars for any specific chart. Another thing you may do is if you're looking at several charts and feel as if you're not getting data for several seconds or minutes, you can press Control and F3 to update all charts. Here, if you press Control and F3, you'll then see it run through information for any chart that you have open. The next thing that I'd like to cover, and that will be the final topic for this video, is how to print a chart. Simply maximize the chart that you'd like to print and click the print icon at the top of your software. It looks as if it is a printer. When you click print the active chart, it's going to give you a few different options. In order to change the printer that's set as the default, you will click Setup. In the print setup box, you'll change the printer that you'd like to use. In this case, I want to use the admin printer, and then click OK. It automatically sets it to the default setting of your printer, and once you click print, it should print up without problem. If you have problems with this specific feature, you can contact Forex Tech Support for further help and explanation of the print feature. Hopefully this video helps you along the way in developing your technical analysis and provides you with newfound confidence on your way to becoming a professional trader. Thank you for your time as always, and have a great day.